What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I go by the name Lee Whitmore, and in today's video, I just wanted to discuss my personal views on jobs and what they should be utilized for, the real meaning of a job to me personally. And I think a lot of people will be able to resonate with this form of thinking, and obviously by the title, it is that your job is nothing more than a tool. Now, I should also give the caveat that this is no slight against anyone who looks at their job as their life and they love their job and anything of that nature. No, this isn't like coming at you guys in any way, but I think that it still applies in terms of the mentality. Just because a lot of times when people put their heart and like their everything into their jobs, a lot of times they take it personally, anything that goes wrong within that given job. And I think that that's probably the wrong way to look at it. But I explained this a lot better, I feel like, in the raw nature that I did when I was actually at work. And sometimes, I don't know, I just get very impulsive and I just whip out my camera and I start to record even when I'm on the job. So that's the footage that I'm going to show you all today in this video. So let's take it away.
Yo. One thing I gotta say is, and I apologize for the super shaky video. I'm at work, as y'all can see. But a practice that I've started to implement more on the regular, and I've even set a reminder on my phone just to always keep my mind set on this one thing that always lifts me up, is what am I grateful for? What are you grateful for? Now listen, when I first started this, when I first set this reminder and I first began to do it, it didn't necessarily hit me until maybe 2 weeks later, like where I really started to implement it and really started to legit, whenever I would see the reminder, I will legit start to go through the things that I'm grateful for. And now that I've began to do it more on a regular, it legit shifts my energy. Like, I feel completely different. Before in the morning, especially when I would be at work, a lot of times I'll be really Debbie Downer-ish, where I'd be like, damn man, I hate this job, I don't feel like being here, woo, 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 woo. You know, until I started thinking about gratitude. And when I began to do that, I began to love my job for what it is. And that is a tool. My job is a tool for where I need to get to. If I didn't have this job, then I would be pretty pissed. Or to say, if I were to get fired, or if I were to just abruptly quit for some silly reason or something like that, I would be, my head would be spinning trying to figure out, all right, now how am I gonna make money to support what I need to support my family for one, to support my livelihood for two, but for three, how to support my business, how to support where I see myself going. You know what I mean? And when it comes to a job, nothing is personal. That's another thing that I started to recognize when I began to shift my mind toward gratitude. Is anything that goes wrong in your job, if your manager or the boss or somebody like that starts to come down on you for something that you maybe feel like, damn, why y'all on my back? Try and check yourself first, I would say, because a lot of times, depending on where you are, don't get me wrong, I understand that at some jobs you just have the straight up buttholes, straight up assholes, right? But a lot of times, you got to recognize that that person is just doing their job. And if you're not doing your job at the highest level that you can, then that person's job is to get on you to make sure that their boss doesn't get on them. for the sake of example, if my boss does have to like talk to me about something that I did wrong or something like that, where maybe I get rolled up or something, I wouldn't take it personally, because you have to recognize again that he or she is just doing their job. And as long as you're taking care of your business and you're doing your job, dude, once you are done with work, you wash your hands with it for that day. You don't take anything that happens home with you. Even if you do get written up, don't take it home with you. But you just store it in the back of your mind like, all right, damn, I fucked up. Let me correct that tomorrow when I get to work, right? Focus on yourself. That's it. Don't worry about, your boss and how they did you wrong or something like that, because this shit is not personal, man. And also, it's not your permanent address. Wherever you're working right now, do you see yourself retiring there? If that is the case, then cool. But even then, I would still say don't get too down on yourself. Still focus on work when you're at work. And anything that happens negatively while you're at work, like I said, make sure you store it in the back of your mind that, all right, I gotta correct that. But do not take it personally. Once you leave there, you focus on you and what you have going on, especially if you're someone who is an aspiring business owner. Once you leave your job, once you leave your tool, because that's more so what it is. A job is a business transaction between you two. An employer hires you to do a job for money. That's it. That's your biggest worth to them, and their biggest worth to you is that cash that you're getting. Nobody's friends here. Like, don't get it confused. Yes, you can have a friendly work environment, and it is also recommended that you do have a friendly work environment because it just makes everything easier, obviously, right? But you're not friends. You're there to do a job. Do your job to the best of your ability. And when you leave that mofo, you make sure you're handling yourself to the best of your ability. What that is what you have to do. And that's focusing on using your tool the right way. That means if you have a job where you're getting paid a set amount weekly or bi-weekly, and you are an aspiring business owner, don't blow your entire check. You need to start budgeting. You must start budgeting, and in 2022 it's so easy to budget because they have apps out here for this stuff, where this stuff legitimately tracks what you spend. Like, you can hook up your debit card, your credit card to these apps, and they track what you spend. I wouldn't say your credit card, but you know what I mean. You hook up your debit card to these apps, and they'll track what you spend in the food category, or miscellaneous shopping category, bills, all of that. So you can see where your money is going, and you can focus on saving the extra money that you need to put toward your business. That's how we have to focus and utilize our tool, man, meaning our job. Utilize it for what it is. Again, a lot of people that are at their jobs right now don't plan to be there for the rest of their lives. They don't plan to retire there. So that's the reason, or I don't think you should take it personally regardless, but nonetheless, that's even more of a reason why you should not take anything personally and just focus on what you have going on. But that's what showing gratitude has shown me. I know that was super long-winded, but I don't know, I have to like talk myself through my thoughts sometimes too. But yeah, man, that's why now when I get up and I'm at my job and all of that, man, I'm happy. I'm happy that I even have a job to fund what I have going on, to be able to take care of my family. You know what I'm saying? Be happy that you have something to get to get you to where you're going, and always keep in mind that this is your tool. This is your tool. That's it. That's all. You know what I'm saying?
All right. I hope that explanation helped you out in understanding why, You should look at your job as a tool and nothing more, unless you decide for it to be otherwise. A lot of times we just get so mixed up in like our heads and get so anxious about things and like making them bigger than what they actually are, that I feel like we sometimes have to be brought back down to level one and recognize that our futures are in our own hands and that we have the power to create whatever we want, and we have the power to choose how to utilize things and giving them definitions for what they mean in our lives. What I mean by that is just that your job doesn't have to be your everything, and you don't have to allow it to consume you, because guess what? It's not your permanent address. Whatever you want is yours, as long as you're willing to fight for it, as long as you're willing to go for it. And things change every second, every minute, every hour, as you know. And that time that is going by is just another opportunity for you to realize your dreams, for you to realize your goals and the things that you want to do with yourself. But the only way that's going to happen is if you are taking care of business. That's it. That's all, y'all. But all right. That's my time. I really hope that this video has helped you out. If it did, please like, subscribe, and stick around with your boy. I will be releasing a lot more content on a weekly basis. So again, it's been real. It's your man Lee Whitmore signing out. Peace.